In this video, I'll cover the Fieldwork Office app creating an estimate. So in the top right corner, tap the plus sign and choose Estimate. From here, choose your customer and the service location plus the issue date and when that estimate expires. I'm going to go ahead and give it a few days. We'll say it expires 10 days after. The status is always pending to start. If you tap pending, you can change that to accepted, declined. So I'm going to keep it at pending. If there's a purchase order number associated with this estimate, you can add that there, or if there's a marketing campaign as well. When you're scheduling the estimate, tap the technician, and I'm going to go ahead and tap the technician that I am signed in with right now. So I can then include a calendar start date and start time, so it defaults to the current date and time right now, plus the duration. In the line item section, I tap the green add. From here, I tap the name under the service and I choose what this is for. So I'll go ahead and say that this is an estimate just for bed bugs. And from here, I can update the estimate dollar figure or leave it at 0. So for now, I'll just put in 500, that it is taxable, yes, and tap done. So once that is set, I save, and that estimate will then appear. So it's saved successfully, and I'm going to go back, and now I do have this estimate on my calendar for today. When I tap on this, when I'm at the client's house, I can review the estimate with the client, and they can either accept it immediately, so I can be in person and go to the status and update that to accepted, and then from there save. And once that is saved successfully, that estimate will actually create a work order that will be in the work pool. So when I go to the menu and tap on work orders, from here, I can filter by tapping the little funnel icon and tap apply. And from here, I see that the estimate for bed bugs created a job that I can now schedule. So I tap that, and I'm going to actually reschedule it. So it set it for today's date. I'm going to reschedule this so that I go, let's say, tomorrow. And now it will be on that date instead. So I'm not going to start the job until tomorrow, so I'm going to go back to that, and I then will have that opportunity to then complete that service tomorrow when I'm prepared and at the client's home. So on the online system, if I move the mobile app away from the main part of the screen, you'll see that the estimate I created on mobile is displayed. In addition to that, the job for that service will show in the work pool. I do have to refresh my screen just to see the updates. And I'll move this out of the way. It's perfect. It's right there. So again, from the online system, if I'd like to set that on a specific time, I'm going to drag that out over there, and let's say this bed bug will take all day. So those are some options when you are working from the online system and you want to create an estimate. Click the drop down arrow to the right of create work order. Click create estimate, choose the client, and then the type. So we'll say we're going for ants, carpenter ants, and then from here, I can schedule to the correct technician. Again, I'm going to choose the one that I've logged in on mobile. And then whatever date and time the estimate should be done, we'll say 4:30 on the current date, and then save. So then that shows there when I go back to my mobile. So I'm going to expand this view one more time and return to today's date. When I tap on the menu and go back to the calendar, the new estimate for this new client is there, and I can again tap on this, explain the estimate to the client, and if they accept right away, you can change the status immediately. If you'd like to email or see the PDF version. So for instance, if I tap the envelope, I can email the client. So in this case, in this sample, I don't have an email added, otherwise the email will display, and or I can tap the PDF and from here see the actual estimate and also send that to a mobile printer or your printer in your office.